Being an ent head and cryptocurrency altcoin trader and investor is about doing the research in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space. Here are your hosts, Mr. Crypto and Dr. G.
Thank you for tuning in to our blockchain cryptocurrency podcast. My name is Raphael, aka Mr. Crypto from cryptocurrency.altcoins.com, and I'm here with Matthew, aka Dr. G from enthead.com. And today we got a similar episode as last week. Some news, some price analysis, and a few other things. Dr. G.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks, Mr. Crypto. Welcome to all the ent heads, altcoin, cryptocurrency traders, investors. You're in the right place because we kind of wanted to keep it as real as possible here. Those of you watching us, we appreciate it. Please feel free to give us feedback, even if you're listening on the podcast. And, let us know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. Mr. Crypto and I will adjust for sure. So a couple things, if you want to reach out to us, we'll always appreciate any kind of feedback, questions. We'll put you on the show. So you can hit me up at Matthew@enthead.club or just go to enthead.club. You'll find me over there. And, always looking forward to having you on the show. I've got a couple articles that I'm going to introduce a little bit later, like Mr. Crypto mentioned. But, Mr. Crypto, how else can they reach you?
They can reach me through the website at cryptocurrencyaltcoins.com. Can actually contact me directly to my phone by using the website. Any questions or anything, and become a member. And you are free cryptocurrency 101 ebook that shows you all the basics that you need to know to dive into this new block cryptocurrency market. As you can sign in, you can become a member at the enthead.com or cryptocurrency altcoins, and you'll receive this free ebook as a welcome present. And you can also reach me through Steemit, and that's about it.
Yeah,
that's not about it. You can also go through YouTube and all the social media.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more. There's a lot more for sure. But we'll keep it to that for now. So Mr. Crypto has some more price analysis for us today, I'm sure, on Bitcoin. So what you got for us, Mr. Crypto?
So guys, this week I have something a little bit different. If you've been tuning in, you can see that the price analysis that I was doing before was on tradingview.com, and that was really for long-term cryptocurrency holdings to see where which coins and how the market was doing at the future. But as I mentioned on my last episode, I found out that we can treat Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies just how we can trade regular fiat currencies or in the foreign exchange market with JAFX brokers. And I think there's a couple that are actually moving into the space of actually trading cryptocurrencies. So this is not the only one, but so far so good with JAFX. And I'm showing you actually that I'm in some trades live right now. And the whole setup is completely different because now I'm day trading. Now I'm day trading, swing trading. So I'm using trader 4-hour strategy, which was created by Eric Benson, one of my best friends, who's my partner as well over at tailoredtrader.com. You can actually go check that website out and get a free 1-week subscription to the live forex it's live forex trading room. And this is where I got the strategy from. I'm one of his first students, and I'm actually testing this out with BTC. This is why I'm trading pretty small size right now. And I don't want to go too crazy because we all know that BTC is very volatile, and his strategy is not purely, but it's strong with the Euro USD, GBP USD, and JPY USD. Those are the three majors that he trades in his live trading room. But it's a good strategy, and if you know how to ride the price, it could work in BTC, and that's what I'm trying out right now. So let's get to the charts. Basically, what you're seeing here is this MT4, MetaTrader 4. This is one of the platforms that a lot of traders use to trade, even traditional markets, actually, like foreign exchange and gold metals and all that good stuff. The good thing about trading crypto Bitcoin with forex basically is that now you are able to go long or go short on Bitcoin, meaning you can predict or speculate that the price is going up or the price is going down, and you can win going both ways if you're right, if your prediction is right. So I'm using this way to hedge against the market. So if the market is going down and I can predict that it's going down, I have my main, they follow what Bitcoin is doing and what the market is doing. They might be getting hit really hard. Since I have some my day trading account, I can also capitalize on that bearish trend. So back to the chart. So what you see here is my six different time frames basically. This is all BTC USD. This is 6 different time frames. What we start here is with the weekly. Here I just map out my weekly and monthly levels. The blue lines are the monthly levels, strong monthly levels. The blue thick lines are the strong monthly levels. I do have the thickness matter, so that I have some small, thin, thick lines, blue lines in there that I see some price action, but that's the blue ones. So basically, each line in here means something. And also, I map out. Actually, this was the monthly chart. This is my weekly. The green lines are my weekly levels. And I don't want to get too deep into this because if you want to know about the strategy, you go ahead and sign up for the free trial at tailoredtrader.com, and you can really know what I'm looking at here. So I keep the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30-minute, and the 5-minute different time frames here. And I look at all these time frames and use different tools within these time frames as well. So you can see if you move into the thing, I got 2 different moving averages here, and the RSI, which is the relative strength index, basically shows you when an asset is overbought or oversold. And on the 4 hour, which is the mama of the king of this strategy, is the 4 hour strategy. The 4 hours what we trade basically, but it can turn into swing trades because we let the winners ride as long as possible. But the 4 hour here, I got average on there, and I definitely look at candle formations in all the time frames as well. And here I got the 1 hour with the 2 moving averages and the volume down there. The 30-minute is the time frame where my entries and exits. This is the time frame where I decide when to trigger a trade, basically. And the 5-minute tells me the Fibonacci levels, tells me when the best price really is. So I narrow down to try to get the best price to enter a trade. I know that's a lot to go over and everything, but just to talk about Bitcoin price, Bitcoin hit a nice resistance level right around the 9,000 area, around this thick blue line, and as you can see, it's getting a nice pullback. And what I'm basically doing right now, I'm trying to ride that pullback. So that 9,000 level is a monthly level, and the levels that are higher in time frames have the most strength. And why I say this level is a monthly level is, as you can see, that it was functioning as support over here on this month. And now, and also on this month as well, it shows some respect. And now it's acting as resistance. So I'm trying to basically catch that little pullback. If it's not a fake, the trend change to the downside. It could be a fake out, but so far it's looking like it's bouncing off the 9,000. It's finding some hard resistance on the 9,000 area, and it looks like it has some room to go down for Bitcoin. So I'm looking at targets around now. I'm looking for targets around 83. Well, my first targets, I have about 5-6 trades on the board, as you can see. They're all small size. My targets are around 85, and my second target are around 83. And then I got some, I could kind of call them some Hail Marys around 82, 85. Now this can change because I like to ride the price, and this strategy is for you to ride the price. You know, if you have a 4-hour session, this thing, you just start, you know, this thing that can change your strategy, take your emotions away, and that's how you have to trade. But that's what I'm seeing for right now in Bitcoin, Dr. G. I don't know if you have any questions, anything to add, if I missed anything.
Yeah, that's good, really good. So for the hobbyists out there, and just kind of a reminder, Mr. Crypto, he's kind of more the professional trader. I'm more of the hobbyist investor trader. So I don't trade or invest as much as he does, but I've got strategies too. But I like what I see. So quick question that some people out there who are listening or watching might be asking. So you said your entry and exit points in the 30 minutes. So are you trading essentially every 30 minutes? Is that kind of what we're saying here? Because you mentioned 4 hour, 6 hour, etc. Or basically just kind of when the prices hit?
No, I'm not. Well, this strategy is basically you can. A lot of people think that you can only be a range,
Right.
a range trader, a trend trader. But this strategy allows you to be both. You know. For example, what I mean is, for example, if I just zoom out on this a little bit. This is the 4 hour. Sorry, I thought I had the range mapped out on this one. Do I? Okay, it did not save the
That's okay.
range that it was on yesterday. I had it mapped out on the charts because it broke the range, but I can just do it real quick. Just give me 1 second. I had to restart my MetaTrader 4. For some reason, it just didn't save the rectangle that I had. Narrow down. So basically, it was around this range. But it was moving from. It had a nice pullback from this range. It had a nice pullback to this level up here, and it was trading around this range for like about 2 days, and it crossed over the moving average. And this is all the strategies all mathematically made by Eric, and every line here means something. So once it crosses this line, it told me that it's testing or breaking the 2-day movement, the 2-day trend. So me knowing that it broke the range to the downside, I actually set something yesterday under this level, and I caught him overnight. I missed my take profit by a little pip, and I just moved my stop losses on those trades to break even. It actually came back and stomped me out at break even. I'm not mad. I didn't lose money, but I am mad that I missed the take profit by literally a few days. But it happens.
So
You know, you can't be thinking about that small stuff. What I am glad is that I didn't lose any money and that I'm still riding the wave down, because now it broke the range. Now it's gonna build a new range, or it could continue down. But the one thing that I did notice is that it came down, and I traced down here just in case it was going to continue down, because it's the resistance at 9,000 seems real strong to me. So I added some trades down there, but I also added some trades up here where I kind of had a feeling that it was going to come back and test the trend. It tends to do that. It comes back and tests whatever was support at one time, it becomes resistance now.
Got it.
So hey, it did came back and test the trend. It triggered my cells up here. So now these cells are a lot better than these cells, but they're both going towards the same direction. They're both going towards what I think the trend is right now, which is downtrend. but we don't know. It might have been a fake out. Now, it doesn't look like it was. If you can see, it's right off the moving average, but we don't know yet. We need to see some more confirmation. And if I can trigger my first take profits down here, I'll be happy, because that'll take some risk off the table. It's a little bit of profit for me. As you can see, I'm only trading small sizes, just trying this strategy out. And small accounts is going to grow and keep you guys posted on that. But that's what I see so far on Bitcoin, and just there's a little bit of a downtrend. There's some resistance at 9,000. I'm trying to ride the trend as much as possible. The real target is 83.55, and just watch out, because it might be a fake out. It might just come back and stomp me out. So my stop losses are right now around what is it? 88.30 is my stop losses. So I am risking a lot on this little account. It's a little, a lot, but let's see what happens. Okay.
All right. Good deal, man. Well, we know one thing for sure. Typically, anything that we see here going on with Bitcoin is going to happen to all the other coins. It's going to happen with Ethereum, Litecoin, etc. So you can kind of count on the analysis you do. Technical analysis like this is probably going to be more or less universal across most of the large cap crypto coins. So awesome analysis. As usual, my boy Mr. Crypto always brings it home with his technical analysis, teaches all of us hobbyists and traders, kind of how things are done. So switching gears a little bit here, over to some news that you might be interested in. So I like to call this block talk. Technology is kind of my background, blockchain technology. I really have put my arms around it as best as I can. So a couple articles. First and foremost, an article by Selva Ozelli from Cointelegraph. If you've never heard of Cointelegraph, it's a good site to go to. This is about South Korea. Now, South Korea and Korea in general has been in the news a lot when it comes to cryptocurrency. Recent news analysis is that they desire, as a country, to set a crypto and blockchain policy as a country. You say, well, it doesn't sound very surprising. In a way, it kind of is. When you consider all these other countries who are still trying to wrap their arms around it, South Korea, to me, is taking a leap forward and saying, I think they're going to be one of the first countries who actually helps drive standardization, etc., on cryptocurrency. So while the country has banned ICOs, South Korean based countries, all they do is go to other countries to get their ICOs. What they have done is invest $4 million on blockchain technology, $4 million US in blockchain. That's pretty good for a country of their size. The way they run there is they have what's known as family-run conglomerates. There are 5 really big ones over there that take up half of their market. A few examples: Hyundai, LG, and Samsung. There's 3 others that you may not have heard of, but these are really huge companies that are South Korean based who are helping drive all of this. The biggest of which is Samsung. So they are very much in bed, so to speak, with the South Korean government. They they have their thumb on what's going on in South Korea, but they're the biggest player in terms of blockchain policy and technology. Last week we discussed Apple, only appropriate this week to kind of figure out Samsung. Mr. Crypto mentioned last time, these companies could be doing anything behind the scenes. Samsung's certainly no different. However, they've made it very open that they're looking to help the South Korean country, whether or not they're being told to or it is actual help, probably a little bit of both. But at the end of the day, what does this all tell me? This tells me that South Korea is truly going to be one of the big movers and players in cryptocurrency for the better down the road when we talk about crypto getting out of the wild, wild west. And countries like the US will be able to point to someone like South Korea in terms of their leadership role in trying to establish blockchain policies and crypto policies. Mr. Crypto, I ask you, I don't know if you've heard of this article or heard anything about crypto and blockchain, but in relation to South Korea or Samsung, but be interested to get your take on this.
Well, I didn't really dig into the article, but I know that South Korea is a major player in this cryptocurrency space, and whatever is going on over there is a good keep on top of it. South Korea has a major market cap. When it think about it, regulation coming from all different countries right now. If you haven't been up to date, that regulations is a big word right now in the crypto space. That's why you see so much FUD in traders. But, it's good to see that at least they recognize it as something viable and something that they need to do something about now and make themselves be in the forefront of this new technology.
Yeah, they're evolving for sure. They're definitely evolving. I like to watch them.
That's definitely good. I mean, healthy regulation.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just to add to that, Dr. G, I want to talk a little bit about regulations. Just to stay on that subject. I have this article with the U.S. Treasury planning to add cryptocurrency addresses to the SDN list. The SDN list is a specially list. If you guys didn't know, so basically this is a list with sanctions of different cryptocurrency addresses. Basically, black sheeps it or red flags it, and they have control to do this, and asking all the businesses, exchanges in the market space to review all these addresses and ban from their different services, as well as report them to the agency. So I wanted to know what you think about this, Dr. G.
It's kind of interesting because every country is banning, like we just heard about South Korea. They're banning something, but they're making improvements in other areas, for sure. The U.S. and cryptocurrency.
Well, I don't think they're actually banning anything. They're just saying that they're going to make a list to sanction certain addresses that are doing funny things. So this is not really banning anything. This is protecting certain people, because there is a lot of scams and stuff that's going on. So maybe this list can help us identify where the scams and the thieves are. That's another thing, that this is supposed to be decentralized, and it is, but I don't think it's going to be like that for long, because the government has smart people that will find technologies to figure out who people are that are doing funny things. But
it's good to know. That's good to know. It's gonna take a lot to keep that list up to date because of the amount of scams. I mean, that's going to be difficult. It's interesting that they've chosen to do that, but at the end of the day, that's what they're for. They're supposed to protect us. So, good on them. I'm good with that, man. I'm definitely good with it. Be interesting to see how they keep up with it, though.
Let's see, because they don't always do what they're supposed to do.
No, that's for sure, man.
And that's a big reason why Bitcoin is here and alive.
That's true. That's true. Man, I heard this other article. You're going to like this one. Yep, you're going to like this one. This one comes from The Verge by Lizzie Plaugic. Lizzie, if I got your last name wrong, give me a shout out and tell me how I was supposed to pronounce that. But do you remember Atari? Did you ever play with Atari, Mr. Crypto?
Yeah, I remember Atari, the video.
I did too. It's definitely the game of my generation growing up around 8 to 10 years old. Get this. So Atari is about to be made into a movie, specifically the founder of Atari, whose name was Nolan Bushnell. The movie is being obviously produced, and the producers have decided to fund the movie by none other than cryptocurrency. The goal of the production company is to raise $40 million. And they're going to call the token, you would think they would call it the Atari token, but they're not going to call it the Atari token, probably for copyright infringement rules, etc. They're going to call it the Bushnell token. Before I proceed any further with this, Mr. Crypto, I'd be curious to know, A, is this a movie you would watch? B, do you think they'll actually raise $40 million on crypto with the Bushnell token?
I mean, I'm sure they'll raise 40 million. These ICOs out here that don't do anything and raise 30 million
Right.
in 30 seconds. So, I
Yep.
mean, but
True.
it's funny how they're treating this like an ICO.
I know.
So
It's interesting. It's
you
that's
never,
why I found pretty interesting. So here we have another crowd-funded project being funded through an ICO with the Bushnell token, raising 40 million. So what do you get if you kind of invest in this? If you buy the Bushnell token? Well, besides the movie, you get say so, probably through voting rights to say what types of things should go into the movie, what type of trailers they should produce as the movie comes out. So it's pretty interesting what the production company is doing. But here's the kicker, and even further why I think this is going to work. Guess who is kind of behind this production company? Any guesses?
ooh.
Loaded question. Loaded question for you, sir. The production name is Appian Way. Any guesses on who owns that? Big movie star.
Ooh.
Tough one. It's a tough one. Leonardo DiCaprio.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. That's him. That's him.
I should have
So,
known it was Leo. He owns an island and everything.
and he does. Now he's about to. He's kind of getting in bed with crypto now. Kind of interesting that Hollywood's into crypto now. So I thought that was kind of an interesting article in relation to crypto for all you gamers out there. I've covered price analysis on Engine Coin, which is a video game coin. So this is kind of right in line with that. So should be interesting. And from what I hear, the plot essentially is to cover Nolan Bushnell, kind of like the Social Network movie covered Mark Zuckerberg. So we'll see where that goes. At any rate, what else you got for us, Mr. Crypto?
So what do I have next? I have so Google. I know we mentioned Google last episode. That
We did.
advertising on their platform. And this week we got an article saying that they're actually using blockchain technologies. They mentioned that they're working on two different blockchains as a way to secure data. So I mentioned before that you never know what these big businesses are doing in the behind the scenes, and there's not a lot of information. I don't know if there's going to be a coin, like they're going to offer a coin, or if they're just going to use it for their own purpose. It's going to be a private blockchain, but like I said, you never know what these big companies are doing. This is great technology. They're definitely going to take advantage and try to do what they can.
Yeah, so you got Google.
What do you think about that?
You got Google doing their own. You can bet Apple is doing their own. We know Amazon's got their own.
Oh yeah.
Samsung, we just talked about Samsung and blockchain. They've got their own. Plus, they're helping the South Korean government develop theirs. So these big, large companies, without a doubt, are moving in the right direction in terms of blockchain technology and the development of it. And we know, as we've discussed before, most applications are kind of based off of the ERC20 and ERC223 token, which is Ethereum's. So it'll be interesting to see as we go. I'll definitely do some more digging down the road to follow up on these articles to kind of see what standards are they doing in relation to blockchain, and are they following Ethereum's model. So yeah, man, I think it's nothing but great news. I think all the news we presented today, quite honestly, is a good thing for cryptocurrency down the road. No matter how bad the market looks right now, we're still in that bear market. These are all good things, in my opinion. And by the way, we're not, professional opinion writers for you guys. We don't offer advice to trade on. We just kind of tell you what we think based on current events, price analysis, etc. So good article.
That's right. That's right. We're not financial advisors, so please do your own due diligence. And like he said, there's a lot of great news. There's also other news that's in the market that we probably are not going to have too much time to dig in, but I can also mention it. Like one thing is that the Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey, just made a bold prediction about Bitcoin's future. Real bullish on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And he's he's a smart guy with technology too. So these prominent people are talking about these these technologies. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it
just
is.
mentioned
That's
Leo
interesting.
DiCaprio.
That's interesting you say that because we know that, if I'm not mistaken, Square, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, at one point was accepting Bitcoin, and then I don't know, and then maybe they went back a step and said, no, we're not. And of course, we know who heads Square, and it's the same guy, Jack Dorsey, Twitter. So for him to come out with this prediction, I think we can add Twitter to the list of they're doing something with blockchain, we just don't know it yet.
But yeah, that's definitely something to keep an eye on. He does run Square, so I mean, Square's be a big open company base and all these other
Yep, no doubt, no doubt.
places to transport crypto to fiat and fiat to crypto.
Yep.
And you know, there's a lot of other news to stay ahead. So make sure you tune in next week. Thank you for tuning in today. I know you can check us out over at our website, like we mentioned earlier, cryptocurrency.com, and also check out the tailoredtrader.com. And if you want to sign up for that free weekly trial for the tailored membership, tailored live forex trading room. Dr. G, you have anything to add before we sign off?
Same time next week, Ent Heads, cryptocurrency, altcoin trader, investors. Appreciate your time. Reach out to us any point, and thanks for another great show.
Thank you, guys.